All right, let's dive into something every single one of us does, every single night, but almost none of us really think about: sleep. What if I told you that by the end of this, you might see it not as lost time, but as maybe the most powerful tool you have for a better life?
This quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We've been given this incredible built-in system for healing, for recharging, for resetting our minds and our bodies. And what do? We treat it like it's a chore. Just boring.
And think about this number for a second: 1/3. That's how much of our lives we will spend asleep. I mean, that's not a small chunk, is it? That is a huge investment of our time, and you better believe it's for a very, very good reason.
So what's the deal? Why do so many of us see it as this inconvenience? This thing that gets in the way of our work, our social lives, our next episode? It's somehow become this enemy we have to conquer, usually with pills, instead of a natural rhythm we're meant to live by.
And that brings us to our first big idea. Because, let's be honest, in the modern world, we've basically declared a war against sleep. We are in a constant battle with our own biology, day in and day out. And here's the crazy irony. We spend billions of dollars on drugs to try and force our bodies to do something they're literally designed to do for free. And often, these drugs just paper over the cracks. They don't fix the real issue, which is almost always our lifestyle.
So, if it's our lifestyle, what's actually messing up our rest? Let's pull back the curtain and meet the villains, the saboteurs. And you might be surprised at how many of these are just a normal part of your day.
First up, what's on your plate? It turns out what you eat has a direct line to how you sleep. Things like fiber, complex carbs, whole foods, they help your body get into a state of deep, restorative rest. But a diet heavy in sugar, saturated fat, and processed junk, that sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster, causing inflammation and waking you up all night, keeping you from the good stuff.
And of course, it's not just what we eat, it's what we drink. Coffee is the obvious one, yeah, but alcohol is the really tricky one. It might make you feel sleepy, sure, but what it's really doing is shattering your sleep into little pieces later in the night. It actively blocks that deep REM sleep that you absolutely need. And the same goes for all those sugary drinks and other caffeinated teas. Now, it's not just what you put in your body, it's also what you put in front of your eyes. That blue light beaming from our phones, our tablets, our TVs, it's basically screaming in our brain, hey, it's the middle of the day, stay awake. It shuts down the production of melatonin, which is the key hormone that tells your body, okay, it's time to power down.
Okay, that's enough of the problem. Let's talk about the fix. This next part is your practical, hands-on first aid kit for getting better sleep. Seriously, you can start doing this stuff tonight. This is the foundation of what the experts call sleep hygiene. It all starts with consistency. Wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, even weekends. That sets your internal clock. And you've got to change your relationship with your bed. If you're lying there tossing and turning, get up for a little while. You want your brain to think bed equals sleep, not bed equals anxiety. And finally, create a little wind-down ritual before you turn your bedroom into a sleep cave. Cool, dark, and quiet.
We can also use food as our ally here, and the science is pretty cool. That Thanksgiving turkey coma, it's real. It's got tryptophan. Almonds have magnesium. Both help your body make sleep hormones. Kiwis can give you a serotonin boost, and tart cherry juice is one of the only natural foods with melatonin in it. Even a cup of chamomile tea works because it has this antioxidant that actually calms your brain and gets it ready for sleep.
So we've got the physical basics down, but what if you want to go to an even deeper level of rest? Well, that's where something like meditation can be a total game changer.
Specifically, I want to tell you about something called Yoga Nidra. It literally translates to yogic sleep, and it's this powerful guided meditation that takes you to this incredible state. It feels like you're right on the edge of falling asleep, you're deeply, deeply relaxed, but here's the key. You are totally conscious the whole time. To get why this is so powerful, you have to understand how it's different from regular sleep. When you sleep, you're unconscious, you're not alert, and it's great for releasing the fatigue from your day. But meditation, you are conscious, you are alert, and the rest it gives you is different. It's deeper. It's said to release not just today's tiredness, but that deep, stored-up stress we all carry around. Now check this out, because this is going to sound nuts.
Some of the research suggests that the rest your body gets during a session of deep meditation can be 2 to 5 times more restorative than what it gets during deep sleep. Now, that doesn't mean you should stop sleeping, not at all. It means that these two things work together as this incredible 1-2 punch for total restoration.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. For this final part, I want to try and completely transform how you look at the simple act of closing your eyes at night.
What if sleep was never a problem to be solved? What if it's not a weakness, but a superpower we're all born with? Think about it. It's a nightly doorway, a chance to let go of all the noise and the chaos, the crazy winds of life's hurricane, and to just rest in that calm, quiet center. We are hardwired to do this every single night.
The poet Rumi wrote this beautiful line. And what he's suggesting is that for people who aren't feeling that pull towards something more, for those who are just stuck, sleep is the answer. It's a natural, beautiful surrender. It's not giving up. It's a profound act of letting go.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. What would change for you, in your health, in your mood, in your life, if you just stopped fighting sleep? If you stopped seeing it as this mundane chore, and instead, tonight, you decided to treat it with a little gratitude, as the absolute miracle it truly is.